Hi there, welcome to another Minecraft 1.13 tutorial. My name is Shadow C, and today I'm going to show you a quick build guide for this Super Smelter and XP farm for Minecraft 1.13. Now if you want a more in-depth tutorial with all of the explanations on how all of the circuits work, you can click right there in the bubble right to the right of the video. I'm switching sides all the time, but you can click there for a longer tutorial where everything is going to be explained more in depth. But let's jump right to the build guide so that you can quickly learn how to build this thing. So this is version 2 of the Super Smelter because I've detected some quirks while building it several times in different positions. This is going to be a 21 furnace smelter system that is going to be able to handle 21 items per each load of the minecart with hopper. With some form of a very short pulse extender. So to build this you need some form of structural blocks and stairs. This is mainly for decoration so that you can hide the chests better. You need chests, of course, about 6 I think chests for the input and output. Then you need as many furnaces as you want the furnace to handle, the smelter to handle. You need 3 minecarts with hoppers. Then you need all of the power rails and a little bit of rails and 2 detector rails actually. And then you need 2 hoppers per each of the furnaces that you're going to use on your stuff, plus 1 extra hopper, I think. And then of course the redstone stuff, block of redstones, a few blocks of redstone, not many, 3 levers, some redstone dust, less than 15 I think. I mean, if you have half a stack of that, you're fine. A couple of comparators, 1 repeater if I'm not wrong, and then a few redstone torches. So you don't really use a lot of resources. The most expensive stuff is probably the power rail. You need a lot of those, so make sure you have. And of course the hoppers, which use a lot of iron. Then for decoration purposes you can use signs and then the item frames with some indicator for the fuel and some indicator for the item, so that you can, put those in your smelter so that you don't mix the stuff, because you don't want to feed items into the fuel slot of the smelter because you're going to break it. Anyways, let's jump right at it and start building this thing. Alright, so I said this is going to be a 21 furnace system, so I'm going to start placing 8 power rails here. At some point I'm going to put a power block so that these are power. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I'm going to make a turn and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 furnaces. The furnaces are going to go on top of these rails, by the way. Another turn and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Block 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1 extra rail so that the car works better. And then you top it up with a block that stops the cart. So that's basically the foundations of the structure. You can do this with any number of furnaces as you want. You only need to check how your pulse extenders are going to go, so that each time the carts go and pick up items, they pick up the right amount of items so that all of your furnaces can be fed. Okay, so and here you go, last furnace, and there you have like the basic system for your smelter. Now there's 1 extra here actually. This is not a furnace. 1 extra power rail over here. That's so that the car goes all the way past the last furnace and back, because for every round of the car it's gonna go twice through each of the furnaces. So you need 1 extra, because if you stop the car here, it's gonna spend less time on this furnace, and this furnace is not gonna receive as the same love as the rest of the other ones. So that's basically why you do that. Now we're gonna continue with the hopper lines. The top one for the items right here. There you go. And then once you've done with that, you start with the hoppers to the back of each furnace. And there you go. So after that you're going to top this all off with some rails, power rails if you can. So I haven't tried this with regular rails and maybe a few power rails here and there, but I figure you can do that, but it's not going to be as effective, for delivering the items through the furnace. There you go. And then through the top line you do the same thing. A block here, turn, and you finish with this. Now you need one extra rail for each of the lines here, so I'm going to go, the stop is going to go here. I'm going to remove these blocks, unnecessary blocks, and then finish the lines right here. Now once you're done with the main structure, you need to start working on the interfaces. So we're going to go the bottom first. You need 2 extra power rails here, and then you go 1 block to the side, 1, 2, and then power rail, and 1, 2, 3. And right here, right about here, you're gonna have the output chest, which you can transform into some sort of storage system. But there you go. Now, before I forget, you need to power all of these rails on top of here. And the way you do that, the most effective way you can do that, sorry, you need to shift click right here. You place a floating block around here and a torch. And as you can see, you're powering all of the rails this way. So that's a pretty efficient way of powering this. And there you go for this one. And then one more over here. That's tricky. And now all of the rails are powered. That was a very important thing that very important step that I went through. Anyways, we're gonna work here on, and you can see the copy of that right there. We're gonna work on the delivery system. So the system goes, you have a hopper right here, and then 2 power rails go right there. And then you need the car to stop here to deliver the items when you want it, and only when you want that. So a couple of blocks here. We're gonna work right now with a little bit of the structure. Of course, you need to work on this so that you make it all nice and hidden. Let me get the stair block that goes right there on top of the chest. That's you need stairs there because otherwise you're gonna block the chest from opening. So what we want is, I think, a lever, if I'm not wrong. A lever right here. I said a lever, man. Alright, so small miscalculation here. I'm gonna move the chest 1 block to this side because we can. And it's gonna make things look better. So I'm changing the position of the stair block right there and putting these guys right here and top it off right there. So that way you have the lever right next to the chest, you know, and you don't, I don't know, I think it just looks better. So you can put a sign up here that says, for example, automatic offloading system. This is off, and if you pull the lever, it's going to be on, and some dust here is going to be power. Perfect. And I can take this off. No, I can't. Actually, I need this so that the car is going to stop here. Now, the way you're going to do this is an AND gate. You can see it right there. The way this works, so you have, let me grab redstone stuff right here. Comparator here that is going to turn on when this has items. A block right here. A torch here that is going to be power this. Repeater right here. So this is power unless this has items. And then to invert this, I'm going to put a torch and a piece of redstone right here so that you power this off when this is off. And when I turn this on, means we're automatic and this is going to be power. Excellent. So let's move out to the 2 input interfaces that we're going to build next. But before we do that, I can just place the car here and you can see it starts going. So you can do a little bit of tests in here. For example, if I can open the interface and put that thing right there, it's just 1 item, but we're going to see if that stops long enough for the item to be, yeah, it works, and then it goes off again. So the item is back here in the chest, and you can turn this off, as you can see, and the chest is going to be parked forever right there. That's really important because you want to turn off the automatic delivery system so that you can use the last item stored in the chest to get all of the XP for your mending tools and armor. Alright, so next we're going to build the item loading interface. So you do 2 blocks and then 2 blocks right here, 1 redstone block, 2 blocks where we're making a turn, and then 1, 2, 3. And there you have, this is the stop for the cart. And I'm gonna do the input chest right there. And so in terms of rails, how this goes is, let me just grab what I need. Regular rail, regular rail, regular rail. You make a turn right there, then 2 power rails, then a rail turn. Then the detector rail is going to detect when the car goes through here and create a pulse extender so that it can stop right there. It can stop right there, proper English please. And top it off with a power rail so that it can grab exactly 21 items with the pulse extender that we're gonna build. The problem with this turn, this can be problematic, and I've experienced a few quirks probably related to bugs with this. So I'm gonna show you right now, if I power this, which you have to power with a torch, redstone torch right there, as we have in that example right there. If I put a torch, it's gonna mess up with my rails right there, as you can see. Now, if I correct this after I put the torch, it's supposed to work. Yeah, that isn't working really well. So I think it's gonna do the same thing. Yeah, so you can see it connects. It wants to connect. So maybe I'm facing the wrong way right there. Now, if you want to avoid this, I figured that if I'm gonna try this soon, very soon. But I figure if I turn this signal on and off, which you want to do, these rails are going to start messing up. So what you need to do is or what you can do is add 1 extra power rail right there. See how it's not working as you want. Let me see. Power rail, there you go. And so this way you're gonna have a system that doesn't break when you turn that torch on and off. That's just a safety, just for safety, I guess. So we want 2 things in this system. First, we want a lever right here so that we can turn this system off. And that's useful because you can do, you can let items load. You can load 5 stacks of items so that then this is going to start faster the first time. A torch here, and then from here we want to have redstone dust right there. Soon you're gonna know why. But right here I'm gonna do this triangle right there, or maybe 3 blocks. Comparator right here, and a very short pulse extender right there. Now this is turning the torch off, and as you can see, the rail didn't change, so that's why you put the 1 extra there. Sometimes you need it, sometimes you don't. Now if I turn this on, that's gonna be working. Now if I try this with the rail, yeah, that is working. So you can see the minecart, sorry, try with the minecart, is going, and once it reaches that stop, when it goes through this detector rail, it's going to trigger this pulse extender and it's going to stop right there. But I can turn this off and the minecart is going to be parked right there, as you are seeing it right now. Alright, so for the other input system, the fuel input system, it's slightly more complex. It has to go underneath this one. So we're going to do 1 here, 1 right here, block of redstone, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then block of redstone, yeah, block right here, block right here. This is really tricky. And then 3 more blocks actually, yeah. All right, so, and this is, where the minecart is parked and where you need, oops, shift click there, people. All right, so this one's not going to have the same problem because there's only just 1 line going. It doesn't make a turn right here. We're going to build it like this. So 2 rails. I need a power rail now. And then rails going here, and then maybe 2 power rails right here. I guess Does that work? Yeah, that works. I think what you actually want is probably another power rail right here so that you don't lose momentum. And then the detector rail, it doesn't need to interfere with that comparator. That's why it's 3 blocks apart. Normal and then power rail. And then you power this with, let me grab it right there, redstone torch. And that's gonna be working. Now I'm going to build this very short pulse extender again right here that acts upon this detector rail to temporarily power off this torch. And next off we're going to be creating this little system right here. Oops. All right, there you go. And then redstone dust, and this is off. Now we need to test everything in Minecraft, so I'm gonna put the cart right there, turn it on and see if it goes. It doesn't interfere with any block. Make sure you did everything according to the blueprints. And as you can see, this is the right amount of space that you need for this cart not to mess with this block right here. If I turn this on, we make sure that the cart is not obstructed. There you go. All right, so this is the mechanism all completed. Now the only thing we are left with is to make it, look better. So you can, build around, make a nice interface right here. You can't put a block here. Unfortunately, you need to create a column or something to disguise that part of the contraption right there. But you can go around like this, and then some blocks here. Let's build a wall, and then of course you need stairs so that you can still open the input interfaces. And what you want to do probably is do some fancy signs. Let's put this here so that you can say, hey, this is the items, and right here this is the fuel. If I'm not wrong, let me double check, because yeah, this is the fuel and the items. Perfect. And then you can say automatic item. Oops. Item. Automatic item loading. I forgot what I did here. Then you do off and then on, and then you can do automatic fuel. I remember, fuel distribution. That's what I wrote in the other, and then off and on, so that at all times what these levers do, and where to put the fuel and the items, everything in place. Now we're gonna put this to the test. Now if I turn all of this on, so the carts go, and then let's say I want to smelt a whole bunch of iron, so let's do half a chest right there. And as you can see, we're gonna get 21 items loaded. All of the furnaces are loaded with 1 item right now, and then we put the fuel right here, and you get, okay, we got less than 21. That's interesting. I guess we just got, we just got the cart. It was right there. So maybe you want to park the car before loading the stuff. But in the second go right there, you can see that all of the furnaces have, a very similar amount of items, right? So this is not perfect. There are even better ways of doing super smelters, but are more costly, I think. But it's a pretty good deal. And you can see that the items are already pouring into the system automatically because this is on. Now for the last test of this tutorial, I have here a fairly used diamond pickaxe with mending, because I'm going to demonstrate how you can turn off the automatic distribution of the items, so that you can go and manually grab all of the XP stored in the furnaces. Now for that I need to wait a few, so that at least, so let's wait until pretty much all of the items here have been smelt, and then we're gonna turn off this automatic distribution or the automatic offloading system right here. So when this is like half a chest, we're gonna turn this off and we're gonna show you how the XP recollection system works. Alright, so I did some decoration here. So this floor needs to be one higher than the rest of the system, because you can't really get the wall to go all the way down there, because you're going to interfere right there with the cart. So that's why we do that. But I did a little bit of use of the stairs and some, you know, in general building strategies to hide the system from the player and expose the interface right here. We have smelted pretty much all of the stuff right here, so I'm gonna do a quick demonstration here. So I'm gonna turn this off. Now this is offloading iron ingots right here, but it has now stopped. And if I'm not wrong, the cart should be, yeah, it's parked right there. So it's no longer taking the items out of the furnace. So if we go right here and we are without armor, as I want to show you, but I can't. I wonder why. There you go. So I have no armor right there, and I have this pickaxe with mending, and some items are being smelt in the furnaces, and I can quickly get the items from each and all of the furnace to repair my pick. And look how this is going, because iron is a pretty good element to smelt. Of course, you're probably not going to be smelting iron here, because this is a big structure, and you can do with iron farms, but you know, you can smelt tons upon tons of kelp here, and it's gonna pretty much, or cactus for example, it's gonna deal the same, pretty much a similar amount of XP to you and your levels. But look how the pick is fully repaired now, and if I go to survival right here, I'm 18 levels. If I take these 12 ingots, I get up a level, and you know, you're gonna keep going. So this is a really great XP farm, as you can see. If you have good things to smelt, it's gonna make your day. And there you go. This is the automatic super smelter for Minecraft 1.13, and the main change that it has from the other super smelters that are, you know, right up there in YouTube, is that you can turn this off and you can get all of the XP from the smelters. And that's really, really important for 1.13, because that pretty much solves your issues with XP and mending and repairing your items. Anyways, I hope you like this. If you enjoy, leave a like, a comment, or subscribe to my channel for some more Minecraft. Check my Minecraft Let's Play series in Survival 1.13. We're going to be building a couple of these in my Mushroom Peninsula right there. So stay tuned. I hope you like this. See you later. Goodbye.